Today is voting day. The question is, did you vote? And if you did vote, did you vote red or did you vote blue?
No! A, we're not talking politics. B, you cannot ask them those questions.
Why not? This is our show. We can ask them anything we want. Hello, everybody. My name is Barry Horvath, and this is Moving Forward TV with your local market update.
And I am DeLynn Gaston. Thank you for joining us today. So yes, today is election day.
So we are a very political show.
No, we are not a very political
Talk about
show.
politics, people, and what's important.
Of course,
So
we're not politically correct either most of the time.
We're not really going to talk about politics.
We're not really going to ask if you voted red or blue.
No,
because we don't care.
We just want you to vote.
Honestly, we don't care.
No, we don't care.
Yeah, we just vote. So if you haven't voted yet,
you still got time.
Take this on your phone, in your car with you. Don't turn off our show, but go vote.
Assuming they're watching the live version. So maybe it's a week past, maybe the election's over.
Yeah, that could be.
Maybe life has calmed down for them.
Because we've posted this everywhere by the time you're watching this.
But this week we got some great questions and answers that are coming in. So we're going to do a Q&A show.
Yay.
Yay.
I like Q&A
I need to be
shows.
excited. So much more fun than politics.
Yeah, it is. Anything is more fun. Watching paint dry is more fun than politics. Just ask Amanda.
It just, you know what, it seems like, I know we don't want to talk politics, but it just seems like this year is very unusual. It's very negative. It's very...
Oh my gosh, it has been nothing but negative.
It's really, really hard to, you know, and even...
I don't even read the stuff that comes in the mailbox. I got to tell you, I put the pile on the counter and it goes right to the trash
I feel
can.
sorry for people who run for office.
I know, like you did. Yeah. But it's worse this year than when you ran a few years ago.
We used to wear little boxing gloves. Now they got big hammers.
Oh my gosh, it's terrible.
It's crazy anyway.
It is.
So let's talk about some of the things going on.
But fortunately, it's done. This is it, but vote.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah, go vote. Go vote.
Let's talk about things that are more fun.
Because no vote is a vote for who you don't want. So.
Oh, that's a good analogy. I never thought of that. Can I tweet that real quick?
No.
There's still time. Come on.
Yeah, okay,
I'm just kidding. I'm not going to tweet anybody. So if you follow me on Twitter,
tweet that.
Yes, on the break I'll tweet you, okay? Anyway, let's talk about things like...
Some of the questions that we get. We get
this is all about...
lots of questions,
you know, we like
all the time.
Talk about the mortgage industry, the real estate market, what's going on, and we have a lot of questions that maybe to some of you that are seasoned, they're like, oh, that's stupid, but, you know, sometimes even... I learn something new every day.
Every day, something
Comes
changes.
up.
Yeah, something new.
And that's why we put this show out, so that we can keep you up with the changes going on in the market.
And
because we're moving forward.
We are moving forward. We are always moving forward. We don't want to look back. But some of the questions come up, and a lot of them might be just for your consumers. You know, maybe some of your buyers or sellers. You can shoot the show out to them. They might have some of these questions, or some of the realtors. You know, there's lots of new realtors in the community as well. Well, how many? 60,000 or something
crazy.
Like that?
In the last 2 years.
In the last 2 years. So and maybe this can help some of them. So some of you might know some of these answers already, but you might learn something new anyway.
Yeah. So on a finance property, here's the first question. Do you need a survey?
I think the answer is yes.
You do. Okay. But actually, it's no. The mortgage company does not need a survey. We never, ever will need a survey. But we need title insurance.
So I guess it was depending upon who I was pretending to be then. Was I the lender or was I the consumer?
On a cash deal, you do not need a survey. But on a finance property, you will always need a survey because we need the title endorsements that are required to close a loan from the title company.
Right.
While we don't need a survey, the title company does.
So exactly, because the title company is basically putting their neck on the line saying, yes, we are insuring these boundaries. And if they don't have a survey in their hands to do that, then they don't know what they're insuring. So again, we just need the survey endorsement, we being the mortgage companies, we just need the survey endorsement saying, yep, we're all cool there. But the title
Did
company.
you just say yip?
Yep. Yep, I did. But the title company's the
I
one
love
who
when
needs
you say words that aren't real. You just kind of make them up.
I do. I make them up as I go along. What? It's in the dictionary. Look it up.
You know what? And even on that survey question, I've seen them lately now, even on like townhomes where all you own is a portion
Right.
of it.
Right.
But a survey is still required on those. And I was actually quite surprised. But yet on some condominium projects, it may not be.
Right.
So if you don't like the answer, ask again. I mean,
You might get a different answer. But we do want to say, you know, again, disclosure and all of that, we do recommend getting a survey regardless. So even if you're paying cash for the house or whatever, it's always a good idea to have a survey on the property.
You have a record
You have a
of
record
your boundaries.
Right.
You know,
it's just a good idea.
Yeah, and maybe you'll find out that the neighbor's fence is on your yard, or maybe they built their
Right.
pool in your yard. Maybe.
And the other thing, just not necessarily, I'm kind of going off a little bit on a tangent here on
Not
the survey
you.
thing. I know, not me. That never
Ever.
happens. That never happens. If your home or the home that you're looking to buy has a well and a septic, or septic, it's a good idea to find out where those are located on the property as well.
You think?
Yeah, so you don't go digging it up by accident. You know, let's put a pool here, right in your leaching fields. It might not be a good
Let's
idea.
plant a tree here.
So there's a lot of good reasons to get a survey.
Yes. So anyway, that's just a great question to come in. Let's move on. Self-employed people.
Self-employed people.
So why do
this
you-
question comes up a lot.
Yeah. Why is it so hard for them to get a loan?
Right.
What's your opinion?
People run
Give
away
me the
from
re-
self-employed people. Don't.
Give me the Reader's
it's okay.
Digest version.
And what is it that they need? Okay, so with a self-employed person, we need 2 years. We
As
being
far as
a lender.
documentation
A lender
to
needs
qualify.
2 years tax returns, along with wherever we are in the year to date profit and loss statement to make sure that right now we're in 2018. Well, if we have 2016, 2017 tax return, how do I know how well they're doing in 2018? They might have bellied up on the company 6 months ago. So we also need a year-to-date profit and loss statement to make sure they're still okay. That being said, what we're
you
going to
just
do, average the 2 years.
Did you say bellied up?
It's in the dictionary. Would you just go look it up?
Bellied up. Okay.
It's in the dictionary.
All
It's just, who are you today?
I don't know. I don't know. You know, it's voting day.
But
so
anyway,
I thought it'd be
so we do,
Hey, did you
from a
notice
lending
something?
standpoint.
proper. You're wearing red and I'm wearing blue.
How funny is that? We didn't even plan that. You're still on the political kick.
I am. Sorry.
I'm still on the self-employed person. You want me to finish
Sorry.
this or what?
Sorry.
All right, so on the self-employed
We're all really
person.
we're right in the middle.
We're right smack dab,
are.
walking that line.
All right, anyway, go ahead.
On the self-employed person, so we're going to need the 2 years tax returns and we're going to average it. There are certain things that we are allowed to add back in to the bottom line number once they've written off a lot of expenses and things like that. So it's always better to just tell your clients, get us the tax returns. On a self-employed person, I never just go by what they tell me. I want to see the tax returns myself because
buyers are liars.
no, they don't know.
know.
Oh, I
They're
made
like,
$100,000. Well, they wrote off 90,000 of that
Yes, so now we can
100,000,
only
so I
count
got 10 grand.
10,000 for income.
So
So it's not going to work.
we need to see the tax returns.
Yep,
It's
always.
just that it is a couple more hoops we have to jump through, but it's okay. We're good hoop jumpers.
And look to other alternative programs if they don't qualify that way. Maybe bank statement programs
Right.
are out there. You know, you'll need a little more down payment. Of course, the rate will be higher on those programs potentially. So anyway, we got more information on the upcoming campaign. Oh, wait, mortgage questions right after this.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.
All right, we're back with some questions and answers that are coming up in the industry. Not the political industry.
Not the
I
one.
stand
No.
corrected.
No. A lot of questions that we get on a
Yes.
day-to-day basis
Yes.
in the mortgage world. Okay.
That sounds so lame the way you said that.
Sorry.
In the mortgage world.
Sorry.
Well, why don't we talk
are you
about
talking about?
insurance?
What's more boring than mortgages?
Wow.
Maybe insurance. I don't know. They're kind of neck and neck there.
Watching paint dry.
But real estate is exciting.
It is
You know?
exciting.
I know. Ooh, new houses. It's all shiny. It's got a nice new kitchen, granite
Yep,
countertops,
it is
and
exciting.
you know.
It's where you live.
I know. But the financing part of it, the
Do you like
getting to that
analogy?
point, is
Real estate. It's where you live.
it's where you live.
That should be somebody's
That's a
tagline.
good tagline.
Yeah.
Write that down.
Okay,
Go ahead
I
and
got it.
tweet it.
Now?
Hang on, he has to tweet it.
All right.
All right, so I'm just going to go on then and ask the next question, okay?
All right, go ahead.
All right, so this is one of the ones that comes in, or something, a version thereof frequently. What does the underwriter look at? Are they just looking at income and credit? What is it that they're looking at? There's actually a lot.
Everything.
Everything.
And you know what? From the real estate perspective, they look at the contract. I know you guys don't believe that, but every time you cross through something, initial something, or you write down the wrong numbers for
Anything.
down payment,
Right.
escrow, the underwriter sees that. I mean, those numbers have to be right on the contract.
Right.
You can't just go to closing and be okay with it. And everybody has to sign. They're looking for all
And
that.
every page has to be initialed. Now, we know that you know that, but so many times, I can't tell you,
And-
they come in without the initials on them or whatever.
And we can't close without it. It has to be
Right.
done and executed properly. So I think
And the other thing I did want to mention too is on page 11, I believe it is, of the
page
contract.
11. How do you know that?
Because I look
Are
at
you
a
in real
lot of
estate?
I look at a lot of them. Where it has all of the addendums you can check off. You can check off the HOA, the appraisal contingency, the over 55 community, whatever it is that we're checking off, lead paint, whatever addendum you check off now becomes part of the contract. So the contract is 12 pages. Now you need that addendum. Now we're at 13 pages. And then we need the, over 55 addendum. And now we're 14 pages. And so however many that is. So don't just send me 12. You need to send us all of it, because until we have all of the pages, including all of the addendums that were checked in that section, we do not have a full contract. So, and it could cause delays.
Yep.
We
And
need
then
to
whose-
get that.
Then whose fault's that? Ours.
I know,
It's the
we get
lender's
blamed.
fault.
We
That's
get
okay.
blamed.
We got big shoulders.
But the other things that the underwriter looks at, besides the contract, the underwriter also is going to look at, obviously, not only the credit score. Everyone says, oh, I got a 700 credit score. That's okay. But how is the credit depth? How is the credit history? So they're going to look at that too. They might have a great credit score, but they had a short sale 2 years ago. They did a great job of reestablishing. Well, that could be a problem, potential problem. So we have to look at the whole credit history as well. The underwriter does. The other thing that the underwriter looks at very closely, that we have a lot of issue with, is the assets, bank statements, checking and savings, and things like that. There was so much money laundering going on that the underwriters Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are very strict about what are the deposits that are going in. So every large deposit has to be explained and sourced. Well, my grandmother gave me $5,000. Well, that's fine. We have to source that, and we have to see
know what?
grandma's check.
We
Or
could
I
do
got
it.
an insurance.
We could do a whole show.
A
just
whole
on
show on
underwriting.
that. So
And you know
yeah,
what? If
you're
you
right.
come to our lunch and learn, we're going to have an underwriter there. And
That's
you'll
right.
Be able to ask questions for
That's
that.
right.
And we'll give you the date of that in a minute.
At the end of the show.
At the end of the show. So stick around.
All right. So you're right. So let's move on. Okay.
I love this one.
Yes.
So, can my earnest money deposit be put in cash? Why are you saying no? The title company said it's okay to bring cash in.
No, the title company was wrong.
Shame on the title company, knowing it's a finance deal,
Right.
that they can accept cash. While they can accept cash, we as a lender, or your lender, whoever
Any
you're
lender.
working with, any lender cannot document cash. Even if you took pictures of the money you handed the title agent with the serial numbers of the dollar bills, it doesn't matter. It must be sourced.
It has to be sourced, and you cannot copy cash.
Well,
It's
you
against
can.
the law.
And it looks cool. You can't copy cash, really?
Yeah, no, you can't. Yeah, they say you're not allowed to do that.
You know what?
Color copiers, hello. You're not allowed to do that.
There was a closing at our title company yesterday, actually, and they banked at the same bank that the title company did. So they told the people to bring cash to closing that they couldn't wire money to that.
Who told them that?
The bank vice president.
Told them?
You can't wire money because they're our institution. Why not? It's from one account to the other. So
That is the craziest thing
I
I've
know.
ever heard of.
Anyway, but yeah, they didn't know.
Okay, we're not
So
gonna
all they
say
did
what
was
bank that
they
is.
did a deposit from their account to
To
the
your account?
Yeah. And
Or the
that
title
doesn't
company
work.
account?
So of course there's a hold on that money, so it holds up the funding of the
Oh
closing.
my gosh.
So yeah, so
know
bank
what?
people are
So
part of
here's-
the transaction too.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Please, 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 you real estate professionals out there, tell your people to talk to the lender.
Ask
Just
somebody who knows.
Talk to the loan officer
Yeah.
because they will guide you exactly what can and can't happen there.
All right. Next question. This is kind of back to underwriting, but does OT count?
Overtime, yes.
OT.
OT. Overtime counts as long as there is a 2-year history. So, and it has to be documented history. It can't just be, oh yeah, I've been getting overtime for 2 years.
Cool.
Cool.
No, we got to go back to.
We have to prove it, and we have to
means that
see it in writing for
which
2
means
years.
that previous employer,
Right.
if there was
a
one,
previous employer.
needs to still exist, or we'd still
Right.
be able to get a source to verify that income. That's important.
And sometimes that is difficult. I've run into one
No.
recently.
No.
Oh my gosh.
That's why I brought it
and
up.
it's extremely difficult
a little twitch in your
to
neck
sometimes
there.
get a hold of those previous employers so that we can verify the overtime.
All right, rates. What about mortgage rates?
How often do they change?
Now, again,
Every minute.
now, no, they change frequently. I mean, it's not that frequent, but especially right now, it's
Just like with the markets.
It's pretty volatile. So they're all attached to the bond market,
Mm-hmm.
and people think, oh, prime rate is the only time they change. No, it's the exact opposite. 30-year bond controls that market, and
Mm-hmm.
And we are unfortunately in a
rising rate environment.
So if you have a mortgage rate you like, my suggestion to you is lock it in.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you got to do a longer lock period and pay a little extra.
And pay attention. The rates do change on a daily basis, sometimes twice a day if the markets are volatile, and it is driven by the bond market. So just kind of pay attention. If you hear that the stock market is tanking or the stock market is doing great or something like that, they kind of play off of each other. So that means something's going on. Call your loan officer.
Yep,
Just,
he'll know.
hey, what's going on? I got mine up on my screen all day long. I know what the rates are
I
doing.
would call my loan originator. But you know what?
I'm old-fashioned.
Yes,
I'm
you
old
are.
school.
Hey, we're going to tell you how much you need to bring to closing, though, right after this quick
The
break.
number one question.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.
Okay, we're back with the number one biggest question of all.
Drum roll, please.
All right, you tell them.
How much money do I need at closing? Or no, what's my closing costs? That's actually more than that.
How much do I need?
What's
at
my
closing?
closing?
They ask that later on.
They do, but the first question is, what's my closing costs?
Yeah. 3%, 6%, 4%,
Yes.
5%.
Whatever you do,
1%.
whatever you do, you
How come
real
it
estate
changes on every
professionals.
file?
I know.
I give up.
It's all over the place. So, but here's the thing that we don't want you to do. Real estate professionals and consumers, don't assume it's 6%. Floating around out there, and I don't know where they got it. People saying, "Oh, closing costs are about 6%." No, they're not.
6% of $300,000 deal is $18,000. That's
Closing
probably
costs are
too
not
much.
$18,000. They will never be $18,000.
Hey, never say never.
They will never be $18,000.
They're definitely more than they used to be, though.
On a $100,000 house, 6% is $6,000, of course.
Yeah.
Probably a little bit more realistic. So
You're
in the
talking
world,
total costs there.
right? Total, and this is what I'd like to do. Yeah, in the world of closing costs.
This
and
is going to take a while, folks. So
no,
sit back.
I'm gonna do this fast. Okay. 2 parts to closing costs. Part 1 is the hard cost. Those are your title company fees, underwriting, processing, survey.
The voting results.
Stop it.
Oh.
The second part is your escrows. So where the closing costs going to be? Probably somewhere between $3,000 to $4,000 or something for your hard costs. But your escrows, year of insurance, proration of real estate taxes. So how much are the taxes? How much is the insurance? Is it in a flood zone?
Hang on. So what you're saying is what time of year you close can make a big difference.
And if it's in a flood zone or not, and if it's an older house or not. Insurance
she's passionate about closing costs.
is all over the place.
She likes to talk about them all day.
It's just that it's hard to, there's no such thing. And mind you, every single lender, we all do it the same way. We're all very close on our closing costs. There's very few people
except that one,
who have,
because they suck.
yeah, except that one. There is a title company in the community who I just,
Never mind. That's not important.
I'm just
We're not
totally
here
blown
to
away
say-
with how much
Hey,
they charge.
That's a
Sorry.
unpolitically correct way
Sorry.
to say things.
I promise we would be politically correct. Okay, never mind.
All right, never
So,
mind.
what are the results coming in at?
You want to know? Guess who won?
Anyway, the closing cost thing. So the closing cost question. So just don't say 6%.
No.
And call us. We're happy to go over it. And again, we have upcoming events, and one of our upcoming events is our Lunch and Learn. Guess what we're going to talk about?
Maybe you are. I'm not.
One of the things that might get covered is closing costs.
That's going to be a good. And we'll tell you the date again of that in a minute. Hey, let's talk about these real quick. We won't give too much information, but Freddie Mac has some new things
Yes,
coming
we're
through.
pretty excited.
The
Our
pipe that's
head of
going on.
underwriting has recently come back from the Freddie Mac conference and has teased us with a couple of cool
So we'll tease you.
changes that are coming out in the Freddie Mac world. So,
Tease.
so some of the buzzwords: gig economy,
Yeah, we live in a gig economy right
which
now.
means
means that most people don't get their income today from just a regular W-2 job anymore.
Right.
We got Uber drivers, we got people selling on eBay, we got people that are dog walkers, dog sitters.
so they call that gig economy because it's a multiple job situation.
Yeah, because
and we
everybody's
may or may
looking to
not need
supplement.
that job
we
to
got people
qualify.
who playing bands.
How
And they
about
get paid
that?
for
And
it.
they get paid for it.
Yeah.
Hey, they get paid for it.
Oh, I heard about that.
The other one is digital evolution. That's just a matter of we're already there and we've been there. Everything is
Oh, so e-signature.
online, e-signature, e-signing,
Yep.
e-depositing checks.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I mean, we are absolutely in a
It's
digital
crazy.
evolution.
And what about
ACEs? ACEs is the automated
ACEs is
collateral evaluation.
Ace of Hearts?
No. Automated collateral evaluation. That is another new buzzword,
Which new
this
things
is an
coming
exciting
out.
one.
DeLynn, go ahead, tell them.
Appraisal waivers. So Freddie Mac is starting to come back, and other states have started it already. In Florida, supposedly in the next 60 to 90 days, we are going to be amongst them as well. Where, when we run it through Freddie Mac's AUS system, the underwriting
Automatic
system,
Another geo
acronym, when we run it through their system, it will give us an approval or not, and it might say we don't even need to order an appraisal on this because it's totally fine with the value that we've put in for this
first day that
particular
happens,
property. It's called a
You're going to buy me a coffee.
PIW, appraisal property inspection waiver.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty exciting.
It's very
Another
exciting that's
big
coming.
change in the industry. Now you agents will be going, did you get the waiver? Did you get the waiver?
And this last one I just thought was funny. And I totally cannot wait to hear more about what this one means. You want to read that one?
No.
I don't want to read any of them. All right, I thought it was funny. Optical recognition for self-employed, analysis of self-employed tax returns. What?
Funny how we just talked about self-employed people, how hard it is.
Optical recognition.
So maybe
What?
is that going to mean? Maybe it means
don't
more
know.
common sense in underwriting. Maybe they're going to look at the big scope of cash flow. And
They
not
love
look at all the
acronyms,
rent.
though, so I can hardly wait to see what that
Going to be a good one. Good. Hey, some great new stuff coming through the pipeline.
I
Great
know.
questions. And all our questions come from you guys, so thanks for asking them. And you know what? Speaking of you guys, we hope to see you at our Lunch and Learn November 10th
No,
at Carrabba's.
November 13th.
Oh, November
It's
10th
the
is
other
the Lightning
November
game.
10th.
All right, so I'll be at the hockey game November 10th. I don't think there's any seats left, but you can check on WPBA.biz if you want to see if there's seats available for that Lightning bus trip on
Right.
November 10th. But on the 13th, I know we have space available for the Lunch and Learn
Right.
at Carrabba's. in
It is at
Fort Ritchie.
Carrabba's,
And
and it
check
is-
out the mortgage firm Trinity.
It is the second Tuesday of every month, so please mark that in your book.
And this one's going to be phenomenal.
This one is going to be good. We have a panel. So we're going to have an appraiser there, we're going to have an underwriter there, and we're going to have a title person there. So it's going to be up to you guys. Ask all those questions. So be prepared, write up some questions, things that you've always wanted to know or ask about. You're going to have the people right there at your disposal to ask questions of. And you get a nice cool lunch.
Oh, from Carrabba's.
Love
It's in Port
Carrabba's.
Richie. You'll love it. It's going to be packed as usual. So
RSVP, send
Yes.
it to me, send it to Barry, let
Yep.
one of us know, and look for the invitation on Facebook
And of course,
through email.
our signature event for West Pasco Business Association is coming up. My
Our
very favorite.
Our favorite
Yeah,
event.
December 14th, How the Grinch Saved Christmas. Nominations are still allowed. They're coming in. We really want to help some families in the community this year. So go to WPBA.biz.
There's our website.
Yeah, I think the VIP tables are probably sold out, but there are some table spots.
There's some sponsorships still available if you
Sponsorships.
want to be a part of this great
the
event.
First 100
We're accepting
tickets were
baskets.
on pre-sale, so save some money. So yeah, we need donations, baskets, lotto tickets, some spirits.
Gift cards, right.
For the wine and dine package.
Wine and dine
it's
package.
a great night. And thanks Shadowfax for playing. Those guys are awesome.
Yeah, Shadowfax is playing.
I
So
love those
dancing, full sit-down dinner. It's at
Yeah.
Spartan Manor again this year. So what else can we say?
WPBA.biz. That's all we want to say because
It's
we got to end the
wonderful,
show.
wonderful
Share the
giving
show,
back to the committee,
like
to
us.
the community.
Tweet us. Keep,
Like he's
keep
tweeting.
sharing us. I'm not tweeting now. Look, my hands are right here.
Thank you
all right
everyone
here.
for watching. We are Today and Every Day.
Moving forward, have a great week.
We'll see y'all next week. Bye-bye.